like you said, like for listening, learning, forwarding, it's like 15
First
minutes.
of all, Ravindra, what is the requirement of STP? What is the requirement of spanning tree protocol?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Venkat?
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah. Yes, you are audible.
Yeah.
Can you explain the STP? What is the
STP
requirement of?
spanning protocol. It is used to reduce looping. It is like use the shortest path for carry through the traffic.
Sahiti?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
STP is a layer 2 network protocol as it is used to avoid looping within the network topology, and it has the working process is in like 3 steps. Root bridge, electing the root bridge. Uh, Root bridge has a bridge ID, which has the highest priority, that is the lowest value. It will be taken as the root bridge, and every switch contains a bridge ID. Uh, Bridge ID is like root bridge is a ID plus the MAC address, priority value plus the MAC address. And suppose every switch has the same priority value, then it selects the MAC address, which has the lowest one. It will become the root bridge.
Okay.
And the root port,
Preetham?
shortest. Okay.
Okay, fine. Preetham?
Yes, Salim.
What is the by default priority value on switch? STP
Something like
by default priority.
something starts with the 4, 7.
Is it 4-7?
No, it's not 4, 7. It is like a 4-digit number.
Okay, what is BPDU? Preetham?
Hello. Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is BPDU?
BPDU is nothing but it is known as Bridge Protocol Data Units, where especially in STP, like it's there is a communication between the switches to share the information about their configuration and the network topology.
How many states are in STP? Preetham?
Yes, sir.
How many states are in STP?
States in STP, we have. You're asking about the like the one which is transparent mode client
States. Port
state
states.
port states. Oh,
Yes.
remember states in STP. Like you're asking about the blocking initial stage, listening.
Yes.
Okay, so those are like first blocking, then listening, then learning, then forwarding. By default, it will be in disabled. Like if we don't turn on.
What is the difference between RSTP and STP? Any major difference is there? Ravindra, any major difference is there? RSTP and STP?
RSTP is a faster to compare to a STP. It takes like 30 seconds, 25 to 30 seconds.
Okay.
It's RSTP is little bit faster.
Mm. Fine.
Oh,
Yes.
Go through the topics what we discussed till. Fine.
Okay.
Our next topic is Ether channel. Do you have any questions? Do you have any doubts till what we discussed? We'll discuss. Otherwise, we'll move to the our next topic, Ether channel. If you have any queries, we'll discuss. Guys, yes or
it's
no?
is it EtherChannel and anywhere related to HTTP and STP?
Yes, we'll discuss those things related to STP only. Because see, in STP, what will happen?
Just want to brush up those things. So
Okay, fine. Okay. In STP, what will happen? First, if you have redundance path, means it's kind of primary path and say secondary path. If primary path went down, then we have a secondary path. So here up to here we have good thing only. But whenever STP is spanning tree protocol, by default it is enabled in Cisco switches. If it is not there, so what will happen? So switches, what it will do? It will be originate the frames. So frames, whenever that they are frame originated, those frames will be whichever the traffic LAN users originated. So they will send one packet of this. By default, switches do broadcast the information whichever they got. So here broadcasting means this PC originated some traffic. So this PC originated that time, the switch will what it will do, broadcast entire LAN network. How many PCs are, how many ports are connected to this switch? If multiple ports are connected to this switch, so switch what will do, broadcast the information. So this port, this interface also will get the information, and as well as this information, this interface also will get the information. So whenever this interface get, so switch to what it will do, it will be receive, and how many LAN segment or LAN users are connected, it will be sent entire the connected ports. So
Yes.
the this will send again. Okay, through. See, this switch only originated the traffic, and this switch was only getting. So again it will be sent, and again it will be sent to switch 2. What will happen? Again it will be received, and again it will be sent. Again it will be sent, again it will be received. How many ports, how many links are connected? That many links, this switch will be send the same thing. So here loop is occurred. It's a layer 2 loop. It's a loop of layer 2. So we need to avoid this loop. So we have a concept that is STP, spanning tree protocol. So how it will be like? So with the help of BPDU, Bridge Protocol Data Unit, BPDU. So in this BPDU, superior BPDU will be sent. And that BPDU, which kind of information? Entire the switch, whichever the switch is originated, and the priority address, MAC address, version of switch, and whichever the protocol they are using, and flags, root bridge, cost, designated bridge ID, whichever max age timer, forwarding delay timer, messages, hello timer, entire information, entire message will be carried with the help of BPDU, Bridge Protocol Data Unit. Understood? And this switch receive, and here what will be happen? So root bridge switch having the root bridge, how it will be elect based on the priority plus MAC address. By default, the priority is 3, 2, 7, 6, 8 plus MAC address. If, for example, this is the MAC address is A, and if MAC address of B, the switch. So whichever having the less priority. First, it will be that bridge is root bridge. If priority is tie, here priority is tie, then it will select based on the MAC address. Whichever having the less MAC address, lowest MAC address of compared to other switches, that will be elected as a root bridge. And root bridge only generate the superior BPDUs. Superior BPDU means whichever I told you the content of BPDU, that will be generate superior BPDU with the help of here. Well, here we have a 5 states: disable, blocking, learning, listening, and forwarding. So first, it's a disable means we haven't configured the switch is off mode. Then it will be moved to the blocking port. The blocking within a milliseconds, it will be moved to the learning state. It will be, sorry, first it will be listening, it will take 15 seconds, and it will be learning 15 seconds, and forwarding, it's a no limit of time. Here 15 seconds, 15 seconds, and whenever we enable the STP, sorry, we haven't enabled, by default enable, but whenever we connected the ports, that time it will be take minimum 20 to 15 seconds, 15 or 20 seconds. So entire time is here 45 to 50 seconds. So so we should have to wastage of this time. So we have a RSTP. It is a fast convergence. So here this is the states and these states, and we have the port roles also. Every port, this port and this port and this port, having their rules. They have a rule, that is designated port, and root bridge only having the designated ports. Root bridge having the designated ports. Designated port forward the traffic, and we have the who and all having non root bridges. Means this is the entire LAN segment, entire LAN network. We having the only one root bridge. Apart from that, all are the non root bridges. Non-root means it's simple kind of switches. So in LAN segment, if we have thousands of switches also, in that thousand switch, only one, it's a root bridge. Apart from that, these all are non-root switches. So root bridge having all the ports are DP, designated port. It means forwarding state. And apart from that, we have a only non-root bridge having only one RP, root port. Root port receive the information. If the port having again redundancy port, all are the blocking states. Blocking state with connected this switch. If the connected likewise, it will be again the different scenario. In these three switches, one will be root bridge. Apart from that, one RP, and apart from that, one switch will be block the information. Otherwise, the here also loop will be occurred in this segment, in this topology. So we having the port roles. First one is DP, designated port. Second one is RP, root port. Third one is blocking or alternate. Understood? This is all about STP, and we have a 3 types of STP: CST, Common Spanning Tree Protocol, and PVST. This is the types of STP. So CST is an open standard, and PVST per VLAN spanning tree, and PVST plus. So these both are Cisco proprietary. It's an open standard. Understood? So in open standard means if you have other switch here, other switch here. So if we configure likewise, it's a HP switch, HP, and this one is Cisco. We are using in these switches, definitely will use PVST plus, because PVST won't support the other switches. Here we'll use CST. Here we'll use PVST. If you are using PVST, it won't support, because here STP will not form. If you are using PVST plus in between, then STP will form. Okay, in real time we'll use this protocol. In real time we'll use in other protocol, other switches will use CST. And what about rapid spanning tree? Rapid spanning tree, it's a open standard protocol, or STP, rapid spanning tree protocol, RSTP. It's open standard, and the standard form is 801.1W standard format, and STP, this one is 801.1D. So 1D, this is a D. Okay. So it will be RSTP, fast convergence compared to STP. It's a fast one. And we have a port roles here. States we have in 5 states here, and here in STP having 5, and this one having 3 only. That is disable learning and forwarding. And here we have port roles like DP, designated port, and designated port, RP, root port, and alternate port, and one more is backup port. If you have 3 ports, assume like this one is RP, this one is alternate, and this one is backup. If alternate went down or something happened with this, then it will be take a step back, step forward to, it will be elected as a alternate. If RP went down, then we alternate elected as a root port. This is a kind of STP. And see, now up to here, any doubts? Up to here, any doubts? Guys,
No.
fine. See, now move to the Ether channel. Our topic is Ether channel here. What is Ether channel? Actually, Ethernet means Ethernet, whichever the connected. These are the Ethernet ports. All are the Ethernet ports. These are the Ethernet ports, and Ether channel means how many ports are connected. Here, if we have 2 switches, and these 2 switches connected likewise redundancy path. Here, this is a root bridge. You can assume root bridge. Switch 1 is a root bridge. So here one is a DP. This one port is DP, designated port, and this also DP, designated port. Now move to this one is RP, root port, and this one is an alternate. So we are wasting our resources, means this port is blocked. So I don't want to block this port. So we can bundle this port as a Ether channel. Ether channel. It look like physically 2 links. Physically 2 links. If we have multiple links also. One more link. If we have more link, up to 8 links, we can bundle it. If we have physically look like this kind of thing. If we have redundancy path, but where that port is blocking state, so no use of that. So what we will do, we have a concept here, Ether channel. With the help of Ether channel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 and 8. Ether channels will support up to 8 links. So this, if this is the root bridge, this one is the root one. If this is a root switch, root bridge, so switch 1. This all the ports are DP. Designated port. These all are DP. Designated port. We configured likewise here in this port, one will be RP. Apart from that, all the ports are alternate. This all the ports are alternate. Alternate. So we are wasting our resources here. So I don't want likewise. It's a physical topology, but in logical topology, likewise, it's a port channel, PO, port channel. We will create like one, it's a group number, port channel, PO, 1. Likewise, it's a logical topology. This one is a physical topology. We'll create multiple logical links, multiple physical links aggregate to combine to one as a logical link. Will combine it. It is as like one logical link. This is a logical topology. This one is a physical topology. This is all about ether channel. Understood? Guys, any doubts? So, fine. It is used to aggregate multiple. It is used to aggregate. Write this statement. It is used to aggregate multiple physical link into a logical link. And that link, we call it as a port channel. We call it as this one is a port channel. Multiple physical links aggregate to multiple physical link aggregate to one logical link. That link we call it as a port channel. This is a port channel. And how STP will work here? How STP will work here? As I mentioned here, up to 8 links, it will be forward. If we have another 8 links, if you configure likewise, another 8 link for this same switches, come to this switch only, same switch, another 8 links are there. These all the links, we can assume this is the 8 links, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is like alternate state, ALT, alternate, and these are all the ports. Like you can here, port channel 2, port channel 2. You can like here 4 links you can assume, or here 4 links, or 8 links, 8 links. You can assume anyway, but the above one is deep. These both are DP, and these both are DP. One is root port, and one is blocking alternate. This is sub alternate. So likewise, STP will work here. Understood? So in ether channel, some requirement is there. In ether channel, some kind of requirements are there. What are the requirements? For aggregate the ports in between two switches. So some kind of we have a requirements we should have to fulfill. Then only they both can aggregate. Both port channel will be established in between the switches. What are those things? First thing here. First one is speed. Both speed should match. This switch 1 and switch 2. Switch 1 and switch 2. We are using it whichever the ports, whichever the links in between, the speed should be must match. In between, speed should be must match. That is the first requirement. And duplex should be must match. Duplex also should must match. So duplex means in this port. This is a port. This port having this interface having half duplex or full duplex. full duplex. This duplex, which if you are using half duplex means both end duplex match. Entire links, or if you are connecting these 4 links, entire interfaces duplex must match. If full must match both end. If duplex is not matching, then ether channel will be not found. And ether channel standard must match. So here we have a two types of ether channel. Statically we configured and manually will configure. Dynamically it will be found. Statically will configure and dynamically it will be found. Those things also must match. If you are using statically means statically both end. If you are using here PAGP and PAGP, those things I'll explain. But protocol that whichever we are configuring, ether channel standard must match. Both end standard must match. Ether channel standard. Ether channel standard must match. Ether channel must match. And trunk encapsulation. Trunk, if you are using here .1q 802.1q, both end .1q you should have to use encapsulation. This is the encapsulation method 802.1q. Both end must match. If you are using the ether channel encapsulation, then must match. If you are using here ISL, then it will won't form. If you are using here statically, dynamic desirable, DTP, dynamic desirable likewise. Dynamic trunking protocol, then should have to use both end DTP. DTP only. Dynamic desirable only form the trunking. Otherwise, if you are here using dynamic desirable, then it will be formed. Dynamic auto means it won't form. Auto, if both end auto is there, then won't form. If one side is auto, one side is dynamic desirable, DD, then if you are using statically, then must match. If you are not using, then ISL using encapsulation. Both end encapsulation must match. Whichever trunking you are using, encapsulation method should both end use same. So trunk should be match. Trunk should be. And apart from that, trunk allowed VLANs. If you are here, you enable trunk and allowed VLAN like VLAN 1, VLAN 2, up to 10 VLANs. Here also allowed VLAN, whichever VLANs you are allowing in this port, those should be must match. And native VLAN. By default, native VLAN 1 is enabled, so that native VLAN 1 also should match. If you configure a native VLAN 666, then here also 666 you should have to configure. Native VLAN should match. This is all about the requirements of ether channel. Native VLAN, trunk, duplex must match, speed must match, duplex must match, ether channel standard must match, trunk must match, native VLAN must match. Native VLAN must match. Any doubts, guys? This is the requirement of ether channel. Anyone?
For duplex, how gonna match? Like you said, like half duplex and full duplex.
Yeah. So if you are using ether channel, so as I mentioned, duplex must match. So this is a fast Ethernet. One end fast Ethernet you are using. Another end, if you are using gigabit So fast Ethernet sometimes will be half duplex. Then this port will be sometimes full duplex. So it will be by automatically it will be moved to the sometimes half duplex. So here duplex is not matching. So ether channel will be in alpha. By default, every interface they're having duplex. So full duplex, it will be send the information at a time and receive the information at a time. Send and receive. In half duplex, either it will be sent, either it will be received. But here simultaneously, it will be sent and receive at a time. But here it will be sometimes send and sometimes receive only. So
Okay.
the condition is duplex will match. By default, duplex will be happen in all interfaces. I'll show you in lab that duplex part. I will show you in lab. Guys, if you have another apart from that any doubts?
No.
Fine. And ether channel having ether channel algorithm based on the ether channel algorithm only, they will load balance the information. So in ether channel, load balancing will be happen. So ether channel load balance will can implement the load balancing also. So we have the ether channel algorithm. Based on the ether channel algorithm only, load balancing will be happen. Ether channel. So here first source MAC address. First here we have the 9 algorithms here. Based on that 9 algorithm, ether channel will work. First one is source MAC address. Source MAC address algorithm. Source MAC address algorithm. And destination DST, destination MAC address algorithm. MAC address algorithm. And source and DST, destination MAC address algorithm. And source IP algorithm address, source IP address and destination IP address, DST, destination IP address will enable ether channel not only in switches, we can enable in routers also. So address, destination IP address algorithm and source and DST, destination IP address algorithm and source port, source source port and destination port, source and destination port, source and destination port. Here we have 9 algorithms: source MAC address, destination MAC address, source and destination MAC address, source IP address, destination IP address, source and destination IP address, source MAC address, source port number and destination port number, and source and destination port numbers. 3, 3, 3, 9. This is the algorithms we should have here. Based on the algorithm, port channel will work. Port channel will load balance the information. Like, for example, what is source MAC address? See, here we enable the ether channel, 8 links. in between are 4 links. Enable as port channel 1 and port channel 1. One is nothing but group number, and here this is a root switch and this is a non-root switch and non-root bridge. So whichever the originated the traffic, this port, this system, this PC having MAC address. The MAC bases which interface in between they should have to use. Here we have a port, 4 ports. So here we have 100 Mbps for this port, 100 Mbps for this port, 100 Mbps for this port, 100 Mbps for. So 100, 100, 100. Total how much? This link is 400 Mbps. So here we have 4 users. So at a time, the send will be at a time, one link only. They'll use physical link, only one they will use. Based on that link, they'll send the information. If we have 4 connections, 4 clients at a time, they originate some traffic, then they will use each one link. And this is the broad speed, and this one is the what is throughput. Here we have a throughput concept also. Throughput, sending and receiving. Here our speed is here, that is 400 Mbps, and throughput is sending and receiving 800. We call it as a throughput. Sending and receiving, that is we call it as a throughput. Here MB is the 400 MB is a speed of this link. Throughput is, we are getting throughput is 800 MB. So this PC will receive throughput is 200. Based on the MAC address, whichever it will be elect one path and send all the time, send the information through that link. And this will be select one path, and this will be select one path, and this one will be select one path. If we have 4 path, the every user will get speed is 400 Mbps. 100 Mbps, this PC will get the speed. This is a load balancer. It will be work based on that, and IP address, based on the IP address, it will be elect the path, and based on the port number, whichever. If we are using here one more server, in the server we have a HTTP, and HTTP having the port number 80. It will be elect based on the port number also. It will be elect the path, and it will be select the traffic on that path. This is a load balancing method of EtherChannel. Here we have 9 load balancing algorithms. Fine. I'll show you the load balance which is working in switches. I'll show you in that lab. Any doubts in this? Guys?
No.
Oh, no.
Fine. Good. Types of EtherChannel. Types of EtherChannel. Here we have a 2 types of EtherChannel. One is static and another one is dynamic. Yes, good. Another one is dynamic. And dynamic, we have a statically, we are enabled with the help of on command. With the help of on command, will enable the EtherChannel with simple on only. EtherChannel will move to the Ether switch and will configure like channel group number and type group number. After then mode is on. Then on means it will be by default, it will be switch will understood the mode is on means statically he enabled. Likewise. So another is here we have a dynamic method. In dynamic also two types are there. One is EAGP. Another one is LACP. Port aggregation protocol. Link aggregation protocol. Dynamically will configure Here we have a types of ether channel. One is static, one is dynamic. In dynamic, we have a two methods. One is PAGP and another one is LSCP. PAGP stands for port aggregation protocol. LSCP stands for link aggregation protocol. Link aggregation control protocol. Link aggregation control protocol. And PAGP, it's a Cisco proprietary. This one is Cisco one. And it's an open standard. It's an open one. Open standard means all the vendors, different vendors. It will work HP, Aruba, Palo Alto, apart from that. But this protocol will work in HP only. PAGP, it's a Cisco proprietary. And we can aggregate up to 8 links. 8 links we can use. Here, 16 links. In this 16 links. Here we have a 16 links and here we have only 8 links. In this 16 links also, 8 will be active and 8 will be standby. See, if you have likewise, in between use 16 links. In these 16 links, 8 will be active and apart from that, 8 will be passive. This is the active one and this one is a passive one. This is active and passive. But in LSCP, we'll use active only. These all are the links. 8 links will be active mode only. And here we have a types of mode. Here we have a types of mode in PAGP. Mode. And here we have a basically in this also 2 modes and here also we have 2 modes. 2 modes. So first one is desirable. And second one is auto. Here we have a active and second one is passive. In open standard, LSCP having 2 modes, active passive and PAGP having 2 modes, desirable auto. So now listen properly. We have 2 switches as I mentioned. Here we have 2 switches and this connected with 4 links. So on means it's a static mode and now I am configuring PAGP. In a PAGP, we have a 2 modes. One is desirable auto. In switch 1 and switch 2. Whenever you are enabling the PAGP, so you have it select the mode is like desirable D. Here you are enabling the mode auto. So it will be from the ether channel. Here you are enabling the desirable and here also desirable. So in between ether channel will be formed. If you are using here auto and here you are using auto, then ether channel will be not formed. In this will be formed and here will be formed and here will be not formed. Ether channel will be not formed. Understood?
Yes.
Good. Now move to the LACP, link aggregation protocol, LACP. Now here we are using LACP, link aggregation control protocol. Now here we enable the port channel, that is dynamically we enabled, that is LACP. So we have a two types of mode. If you are using here same type, active here, if you are using active, and here you are using passive, then EtherChannel will be formed. So if you are using here passive and here you are using passive, then EtherChannel will be formed. If you are using here active and if you are using here active, no, here EtherChannel will be not formed. Here passive, active, then will be formed, and passive, it will be formed EtherChannel, then active, here EtherChannel will be not formed. Okay.
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 This is a PAGP and this is a LSP. Fine. This is all about EtherChannel. If you have any questions, ask me. If you have no questions, then we'll move to our lab now. We'll finish the lab now.
Uh, can I get the last three load balancing algorithms? You said
Last three. See.
last.
Don't confuse here. We have a 9 algorithm types. 9 algorithm types. So here MAC address. This is a 3. Simple way. Source MAC address, destination MAC address. Source and destination MAC address. And here source IP address and destination IP address. IP address. Here we have a 3. And source port number, destination port number. Okay. Destination port number. Source and destination port number. Port numbers. These all are the port numbers. Well, every routing protocol, every protocol having HTTP and HTTPS, DTP, DSCP, those protocol work based on the EtherChannel. This is they will work based on that. If you are using here server, this is a server. This server is connected on switch. In between you are using. In this server, we have a HTTP. So HTTP having port number 80. Based on port number, EtherChannel will be load balancing the information. Load balance the information. Understood? It will be select this path, otherwise this path, otherwise this path, this path. Logically, this is a only one port channel, but physically here we have a links, right? So it will be send or receive with the help of link only. But here we don't have any redundant path. Means, see, entire this 4 physical path are on only now, not down state, not alternate state. In STP, only one path will be work. Apart from that, only if STP is enabled, only one path will be work. Apart from that, all the blocking state that will only receive the information, not send the information. Whichever the alternate path, that will be not send the information. So we need a throughput, send and receive at a time. Send and receive at a time. Not like only speed, only one link, only link will be on state. So we need a on at both end. So we have a EtherChannel. With the help of EtherChannel, it will be work. And here load balancing, how it will be work? Load balancing with the help of these 9 algorithms in that MAC address, based on MAC address, based on IP address, based on port numbers. Preetham, got it?
Yeah.
Fine. Guys, if you have any queries, ask me. Anyone?
So in a single line, like you explain how STP works for ether channel, right? So
Yes.
if you want to state in a single line, like how do you state that?
Port channel. For port channel,
No, for ether channel, like how does STP works on ether channel in a single line?
Pritham again ask me.
Like you explained how STP works in ether channel, right?
Right.
Like
See, understood.
and
Now I understood. Now I understood your question. This is one switch and this is another switch. This switch is connected with multiple physical links. This switch is connected multiple physical links. So basically, with the help of port channel, what we are doing, multiple physical links combining into one logical link. This is one link and this is the another link. This is a physical view and logical view. How it is? How it is? How it will be visible in logical view?
only one link.
Only this is a one link and this is the another link. Because I configured like here two port channel. This is a port channel 1 and this is a port channel 2. So we have a redundant port channel also here. So this is a DP designated port and this one also designated port. Now here we are having the RP root port and here we are having the alternate blocking port. So here also same thing. DP, these all are the DP. This is a DP and this one also DP and this one is a alternate. You can assume this one is a RP also, whichever based on the port priority, it will be elected as a root port. This is a alternate. Likewise, this is a logical view and this is this is a physical view and this is a logical view of ether channel. Based on likewise, STP also will work in ether channel. Basically, this is the only one feed. This link is act as like one port only. What we are achieving here, if this is a 100 Mbps link, and here this is a 100 Mbps link, and this is the 100 Mbps link, here this is the 100 Mbps link. It will be end users will get 400 Mbps speed. So we have a 4 users. So basically this user also will get the 400 Mbps link. But whenever they are using like that time 100 Mbps for this link it will be get. So basically speed they will get 100 Mbps. But throughput how much we are getting? 200 Mbps. Receiving and sending. That is the throughput. Then based on the load balancing algorithm, they will load balance the information. But here if you have multiple users, 400 users you can assume, then each user will get the 1 Mbps in LAN side. If you are using 1 Gbps speed, 1 Gbps, 1 Gbps means they'll get 4 Gbps basically. In that it will be segregated the load balancing based on the it will be work. Speed they will segregate. Got it, Preetham?
Yeah.
Any doubts? Everyone.
What about the case of auto to desirable in PAGP?
In
We
PAGP,
have discussed,
auto to
we have
desirable.
discussed 3 cases. There is one more possible case that it is from auto to desirable.
Yeah, auto to desirable. This is a auto and this is a desirable. Here, ether channel will be formed in between. Ether channel will be formed. Whenever we configure desirable, ether channel will be formed. Whenever both and auto is there, auto, it will be not formed. Ether channel will be not formed in between. Got it? These are 3
Yes.
cases.
I think there may be one more possible case that it is from auto to the other side. It is desirable in that. Uh,
This is the first case you are telling.
No, she is asking about the first case is from desirable to auto, right? Why? What
Yes,
if auto to desirable? A to D.
no issue. No issue. That time also it will be from the ether channel. If
So
this is the
same
auto mode, this is the desirable state. Same thing only. It will be found.
same thing with the LACP also.
Yes, in LACP also. If this is a passive mode, here we have a active mode, then it will be found.
Both states only
Act, act,
active, auto to auto, one possible.
yes, A here also in easy manner. First and second, two modes only we have. Okay, in lab you will will verify those things also. If you have any queries, in lab we'll verify. Okay, I'm taking one switch. Multi-layer switch I have taken. Switch 1. Fast Ethernet one by one. In this case, we'll use here, this one is the static. Here we'll use first method PAGP or LSP. PAGP will use PAGP. And here we'll use LACP. So in a between, I have taken two links only. Fine. Now move to the switch 1 and no. Understood the topology. Here we'll take static and here these are the two are the dynamic modes. In that we'll use has a PAGP in between and LSCP in between. Now we'll verify. Config terminal interface range and fast Ethernet 0 by 1 to 6. Now I'm enabling first trunk here in between. Switch port mode. trunk. It won't take because we should have to, it will be rejected. We should have to encapsulation. First, we should have to select the encapsulation mode, switch port, trunk, encapsulation. See here, you can assume allowed VLAN also. Allowed how many VLANs you need. With the help of this allowed VLAN, as I mentioned, whichever you are allowing the VLANs, that should also match. Then only EtherChannel will be formed. So first encapsulation and .1 queue. I'm using in between all the links .1 queue method. With the help of range command, enable entire interfaces. Trunk, all the interfaces show interface trunk. No, remote side also should form. Config terminal, interface, range, fast Ethernet, 0x1 to 2. Switch port, trunk, encapsulation, .1 queue. Switch port, mode, trunk. I have not given this command, I think so here, this here. So once port will be down and then it will be up. So now enable the trunk both end. Now check it here. Show interface trunk. Entire interfaces. Trunk is on. Encapsulation method is .1 queue and trunking in between, and native VLAN one is by default. Okay, here both should match and native VLAN also match. So here show interface trunk. Interface. See, two interfaces. They are on the trunk. That is method is .1 queue. Now configure EtherChannel. The simple command of EtherChannel show spanning tree. Before that, we'll verify the spanning tree. All the this is the ports are forwarding. This is and one is the root port, because this is not a root bridge. Which one is the root bridge? Here we'll verify. In LAN segment, one only the root bridge. Show spanning tree. And this one is also not a root bridge. And we'll check this switch is root bridge. Yes, definitely, because both are the on. Config terminal and sorry, show spanning tree. This is the root bridge. This bridge is a root. So I have to make it as a root bridge this switch, because this is the, you can assume like this is this all are the access layer switches, and these three are the access layer switches, and this is the distribution layer switch. So I should have to make it as a, this one is a root bridge. So anyone tell me how can I make it this bridge as a root? Now tell me, how can I make it this bridge as a root one? Anyone?
Can you repeat the question again?
Actually, this switch is the root switch. No, I don't want this is a root switch, because this is a down switch. It's an access layer switch. I needed this switch as a, I need to make it this switch as a root switch. So based on the priority and MAC address, it will be elect, right? So definitely if I will decrease the priority compared to this lesser than of these switches, then it will be elected as a root switch. Okay, like this. So now all the switches having the priority is like 32768, 32768, 32768. Just I have decreased the priority of this switch 4096. Now this switch will move to the elected as a root switch. So spanning tree. Okay, this bridge is root now. This bridge is a root. What I did, only priority I have changed. Priority I have changed. 32768 the value is 32768 to 4096.
So when you
Understood?
decrease, so when we decrease the priority, so even if there is a case where multiple switches have the same result, then based on the lower MAC address, it's gonna choose the root, the smallest one,
Lower
right?
priority. Lower
Yeah,
priority. If priority time means it will be moved to the MAC address. You can
that's what
assume
I'm
this
saying.
is the less than the MAC address of this one. MAC address is lesser than this. That is the reason it is elected as a root bridge earlier.
Oh, I'm asking like even if the other two switches, except that, if other two switches also has the same, like even if we decrease the priority, so based on the MAC address, again it's gonna choose in between them, right? Which is the lowest MAC address, it's
Right.
gonna choose that one. Okay.
Yes. Fine. Now configuration of port channel. So in between these two are the static. So config terminal. So channel, sorry. First select the interfaces, whichever you want. Interface, range, fast Ethernet, 0 by 1, 2, 2. So channel, group, and up to this many groups we can create. 1 to 48 channel groups, 1 to 48 we can create here. I'm taking as a 1 group as a 1. Mode, which mode? Here we have this is the mode, 5 modes. One is active, this is the LSCP mode, and auto, this is the PAGP mode, and desirable, this is also PAGP mode. This is the two are the Cisco proprietary, and on means we are statically we are enabling the mode, and passive modes it's a LSCP mode. Mode is on, simple. I have enabled the interface. Then ports are went down. See here. Now channel group is came up. It will be and configure the same thing here also. Config terminal interface fast Ethernet 0 by 1 2 2. Sorry, interface range fast Ethernet 0 by 1 to 2. So channel group. So here we can enable channel group as a two types of channels. We have channel. Just give the question mark. See, group you can manually we are configuring, and whenever you are using protocol like simple with the help of protocol likewise protocol, here you can enable simple manner PAGPR LSC with the help of protocol. So I don't want likewise channel group, and I have here channel group is 1, and here also definitely 1, and mode is on. So here I'm using mode is on statically. I'm doing statically. Now channel created, port channel is created. Now we'll verify. Now still both are in down state. See, ports are went down and it will be coming up. Orange means they are trying to coming up. Earlier one port is down and one port is up. Now we will verify show IP interface brief group is created or not. See, one link is created, interface is created. The protocol also, status also, and if you want to assign the IP addresses, you can assign this logically. And understood, this is a port channel we created here. We created a port channel. Now check the spanning tree, show spanning tree. Port PO, port channel, root port, and forwarding. Because this one is the root bridge and this is the non-root bridge. So this port having root port. Now understood? This port having root port, it will be received the information. It will be received the superior BPDUs. Whichever the STP information, it will be received. Superior BPDUs, it will be received. In superior BPDU, which kind of configuration content is there? Version, protocol number, ports, everything. Entire information. STP information. This is the all information available in spanning that port. Now verify here, show spanning tree with the help of show spanning tree. See, earlier we have it likewise. Now you can verify if these ports are still in here. And SHR. SHR means share. Sharing information, both share. The P2P means point to point. PO channel group is one created. Once we'll create here also, and we'll use some troubleshooting command. I'll show you some troubleshooting commands. We'll enable in between PAGP. How we'll enable in between PAGP? Config terminal and interface range fast Ethernet. The port is 34. You can check here 34, and one port is C. One is orange color, one is green color. Means one is port is how forwarding state. I am showing this switch 3. Now you can see config terminal host name. And do show one is blacking port and one is forwarding state root port, that is root port, and one is alternate port. Now later we'll verify once we configured here EtherChannel. So interface range fast Ethernet 0 by 3 to 4. Now channel group 2 and mode is here. I'm taking mode is like a PGP. We have a desirable one option and auto one option. Now first one I am taking as a auto. This is a auto. Understand? This is the auto mode. The ports are down, interfaces are down and coming up and down and up. Now move to this here. Interface range fast Ethernet 0 by 1 to 2. Sorry. Yes, PAGP auto mode, right? Auto is PAGP mode. Yes. Channel group 2 and mode, the question mark here I have taken above is auto. Enable PAGP only if a PAGP device is detected. If desirable is detected, then only it will be form this ether channel. If I'll use auto means, you can check here. Auto means, see, they are trying to form the form or not, we'll check. We'll verify, then I'll use different one. Wait for 30 seconds. I'll call you later. I'm in call. I'm in meeting now. I'll call you later. See, not found. Show spanning tree. Still, they are same states only. Whichever we enabled previous, whatever those are previous, likewise only in previous, we try to enable auto. See, we verified if one side is the auto and other side also auto, it not from the ether channel. Config terminal. I'm removing the ether channel for this. No channel group to mode. What will happen? We'll check. Base port channel changed status to up. I mean, this is error dot one q. We have not enabled the trunking. I think so. See, here PPD use the trunking is not from in between. Unblocking port channel VLAN 1 port consisted restored. Understood? They are trying to farm the ether channel, but we haven't enabled the trunk. So spanning tree. Still port is PO, port channel is created forwarding state only, but they are denying. I think we show base. Yes, trunk also enabled. Yes. Finally, show IP interface brief. Port channel 2 is created here and show spanning tree. So here, this is the port we configured here. Show spanning tree. We'll verify from here. See, port channel is here. Understood? Guys, port channel is created with the help of PHP. This is the auto mode and this is the desirable. When I try to configure auto, then port channel is not established in between. When I configure here the auto and desirable, now port channel is established. Okay. Now we'll configure in between LSCD. Guys, understood or not? If you are not understanding, ask the questions in that time only. Don't keep it in your mind only, those questions. Config terminal, interface, range, fast Ethernet 5 to 6. Fast Ethernet 0 by 5, 5 to 6. Three mode. We have active and passive. I'll use other. This is the active and this one is the passive. Active, this one. If I use both and active, then same issue, it won't form. I'm using here active and here is the passive. So spanning tree. One port is black and one port is You can check here. Now we'll configure spanning tree interface, fast Ethernet, interface range, fast Ethernet 0 by 1 to 2, and channel group 3, and mode is passive, because top of one is this switch is active, now this switch is passive. See, interface is down. Still we have to wait for spanning tree. 30 seconds. Show spanning tree. Once the port is enabled, the port channel is not came up. Show the interface brief. See, channel group is configured. Still down. You can check here, down only. See, protocol interface channel status is a spanning tree. Received 802.1q BPDU trunk port channel VLAN 1. Oh, came up. Earlier is down. Now came up. Now we'll verify. Show spanning tree. Wait. Port channel is 3. Show spanning tree. Spanning tree. Now you can check port channel 3 is created now here. SHR shared media. Now we'll verify from here. Show spanning tree. Here 3 ports are connected. This one is active. Oh, sorry, this one is statically we configured, and this one is like the mode is PAGP, and this one is the third one. This is the LSCP. So show interface trunk. See, 3 ports are connected. .1q. See, here physically 2 ports are there. Two ports are there, but here you can check only one logical view is there. Only one logical view. They are not 2. It's logically 1 only. We can verify with the trunk also, and we'll check we'll check this trunk ether channel configuration. Show ether channel. See, here we have a group 1, group 2, group 3. 3 groups, and group 1 is static L2. It's L2 in between L2 protocol is means in L2 level we configured. Port channel 1, max port channel 1. What does it mean? Only one port channel. The port channel is 1. Here we configured, not 2, not 3 also. In ports are there 2 ports, and maximum it will be support 8. Understood? We configured. Here you can assume one PAGP it is showing. Something error is there. Why it is not showing? So config terminal. So how we'll remove the port channel? How we'll remove the port channel? Once we remove and we'll enable the port channel, then it will be up, because I configured here earlier here auto and auto mode. So that is the mistake I did. So that is the reason it is not coming. So verification part I'll show you that. So if you want to remove the port channel, config terminal, interface, fast Ethernet. Wait. Before that I'll show you something. Then we'll remove that, and show ether channel summary. pre-configured. Here it is showing, see, EAGP and LSCP. Here it is showing. So here P means in port channel. P means in port channel. SU. Here U means in use and layer 2. In use, layer 2. Layer 2 in use. Fine. And show EtherChannel load balancing. With the help of load balancing command, you can check. Here we have none of IP address, source MAC address. It is based on the MAC address, it is working, and it is a IPv4 and IPv6 also. If you want to see port based, then we should have to enable in routers and all. Routers it will be show. In advanced layer switches it will be show. This is a legacy switches. And apart from that, it's a Cisco packet tracer. That is the reason here not showing. But you can check here MAC address and IP address. Based on that, load balancing will be happen. And show CDP neighbor. If you want to check the neighbors, these all are the neighbors. Port 1, group 1, port 1, this is a group. Port channel 1, port channel 1. It's a group. Connected interface also it's showing. Only I have configured. Likewise. CDP neighbor, Cisco Discovery Protocol. It's a Cisco proprietary protocol. Will verify our neighbors. Who and all neighbor are there? Will verify this command. It's a troubleshooting command. And now move to the show LSCP. Here it is command I think not work because Cisco private pressure. You can verify the LSCP protocol. Show LSCP, like you can check entire thing. So this command is not working here. So leave it. So how we are verify with the help of show EtherChannel our how many groups are enabled in between. Can verify with the help of this command. Understood? Till anyone having any doubts? How will verify, how will troubleshoot the port channel configuration? So spanning tree. With the help of we can verify the how many ports are configured here, and those are the forwarding state or desirable or root port which will verify it. Guys, have questions? Understood the topic? I'm audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
The topic is clear?
Topic is clear, but which commands we have to use at which configuration, that thing it is little bit confusing.
Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, no issue. Enable. See, if you want to enable port channel, we have a means two types of, one is static, one is dynamic. Statically, just use the command that is on configuration terminal. Just move to the global configuration, then move to the interface level. If you have the multiple interfaces, just select the interface range, and fast Ethernet 0/1 to 2. I'm selecting here 2 interfaces. If you have 4 interfaces, select 4, or 5 interfaces, select 5, 6, 6. Whichever how many interfaces are physically it is there, that many you select. Okay. 2 interfaces I have selected, and now move to the configuration of EtherChannel, the requirement of EtherChannel, VLAN must match. VLAN means native VLAN is there, native VLAN must match, and speed must match, duplex must match, those things. Duplex, how will check the duplex? Show interface fast Ethernet 0/1. Here, these are the full duplex. Can verify this link having the 100 Mbps link. One link having the 100 Mbps link and another link having the 100 Mbps link. Now check show interface port channel 2. See, now that port having this is the 100 and this one is the 100. 100 plus 100, how much? 200. You can verify with this port channel interface. And here, this is the duplex. Here it is showing the half duplex by mistakenly, but it is full duplex only. Okay, this is that is I think so packet tracer issue. In real time, it won't show likewise. But you can verify here 100 plus 100. This is 100 link Mbps and this link is 100 Mbps. But 200 here it is showing, right? Now, how will configure the Ether channel? Config terminal. Who was this question? I think Jyoti.
Yes.
Okay, check, listen here properly. Interface, first move to the interface range. Fast Ethernet 0/1 to 2. This is the interface level. Now I move to the configuration per interface level. Now channel group. Now select whichever group 2 and mode. Here you can take the mode. Which mode? Mode it means it's showing the on means statically will configuring and active and desirable. These active and passive. These are the LSCP modes and auto and desirable. This is the PAGP modes. Whichever you are enabling, based on that Ether channel will be formed in VTV. Simple mode, select the mode, and earlier we here is a PAGP protocol and we enable desirable. Likewise, we enable. Before that, once I'll remove and I will show you that. So show interface fast Ethernet. So show interface. Show interface brief. I am removing now port channel. How will remove? Config terminal. No interface. Port channel 2. Now check. Do show IP. Yes, I have removed the port channel. Now I'm removing here also. No interface. Config terminal. No. See, before that, show Ether channel. So show panning tree. Here port channel is visible. So Ether channel. Here Ether channel is visible, and I am removing this port channel. Config terminal. Interface port channel 2. Before that, no. Show IP interface brief. 1 and 3 is available, but 2 is not there. I have removed the port channel in this PAGP. Now I'll remove the configuration. Show running configuration. With this command, you can check the configuration of running whatever. So in between two port channel 2 is not there, and but even though the configuration part, see, dot one q port channel is not there. Switch port mode trunk on, channel group is on, but channel group is on, and 3 4 no channel group is there. Channel group not there, nothing is there. Here you can check active and active mode.
So trunk port is automatically shut down.
Yeah, trunk port. See, we haven't changed here trunk. See, in trunk port, yes, you mean to say that trunk is not work. Now port is down only. See, you can check here, verified. Still port is down. Administrative down. I am not used this command, but administratively down. It went down. So interface, fast Ethernet. Sorry, interface range, fast Ethernet. If the port is administrative down, so how we will move to it up? How will configure it is there like in real time? It interface fast Ethernet 0/1 to 2. Just use the no shutdown command. With the help of no shutdown command, you can turn it on that ports. No shutdown command. Here I have used that command. What happened? If I am not using interface fast Ethernet 0/1, no shutdown. Exit interface fast Ethernet 0/2, no shutdown. I used command, but here not, it is working also, not working. Show IP interface brief. This port also down. So in top also we should have show IP interface brief. Top also we should have to use the same command. Interface config terminal interface range fast Ethernet 0/3 to 4, no shutdown command. Now trying to coming up. Okay. Now enable the PAGP protocol now in between. Now enable the PAGP protocol. Show running configuration. Only I enabled trunk only. In between trunk is working. The two ports. And now you can verify with this command. Show spanning tree. Show spanning tree. And here we have 3 and 4 are the forwarding state. And here 1 is the blocking state. Oh shit. One is block. Here you can check orange and green color. Orange and green color. So I'm enabling PAGP protocol both, and what I'm doing here now, I'm doing the desirable state. Config terminal interface range fast Ethernet 0/3 to 4. And now I'm configuring this here. Listen properly, Jyoti and everyone. Channel group, give the question mark. In between this many range you can configure it. Now I am doing configuring the 10, 20. I'm taking now channel group is 20 and mode is, I'm using here desirable. Now mode is desirable. Desirable is PAGP. Both end desirable, then ether channel will be formed. Now port is went down and now it will be moved to the up. Trying to up. Show IP interface brief. You can verify channel group is created. Port channel group is created, but still down because in remote side we haven't configured. Config terminal interface range fast Ethernet 0 by 1 to 2. Channel group 20. And here mode is desirable. Once you hit enter, then both port is down and ports are down, then channel also coming up. Ports channel channel status is up. Once port down, port up, down, port is down and port is up, then channel coming up. Can verify. Show ether channel. One ether channel is enabled, that is PAGP. Now channel, ether channel, load balance also you can verify with this command, and show CDP neighbor. You can verify the neighbor command. Neighbor can check here. Port channel with the help of neighbor is established, and show interface port channel 20. The speed is 200, and show ether channel. This is the troubleshooting command. Show interface trunk. Now trunk also enabled. That is .1 queue. Port channel also up. See, both are coming up. So spanning tree. Now forwarding state. Both port also are forwarding state. You can verify here. Forwarding and forwarding. Forwarding state only. Forward the information and receive the information. Now no blocking port is there. Here you can verify. Show ether channel. So ether channel summary. We have 3 ether channels, 1, 3, 20. This is a LACP, EAGP. With these commands, we can verify it. This is all about ether channel. If you have any queries, ask me.